Alright guys, so we got our first little bit of snow yesterday, which means summer's basically over. Luckily today it's a bit of a sunny day out, so most of the snow has melted already, but that means it's time to start winterizing our vehicles. So I've already had the Sonic into a shop, got the winter tires put on. So now what I'm going to do with the Civic is take the SSRs off of there with the Bridgestone Potenzas and put on my 14-inch tires right there. Apparently on some R compound tires, the cold can kind of break down the compound and then they don't work as well the next season. So I don't know if it's necessary, but I always store my summer wheels inside anyway. So I was just about ready to put on the passenger side rear tire, and something really weird's happened to it. I don't know, I had it in storage just kind of over here for just a few months really. There's a couple spider webs on it and stuff like that, but nothing major. But there's like chunks missing off of the tire for some reason. Here, I'll flip the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the way the tread is supposed to look, and like these are basically brand new tires because I've only driven them a couple of times to Winkler and a couple times to the racetrack, and they weren't like this when I put them into storage. So I don't know, do spiders eat rubber? I don't know what would cause this. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments, because I am very confused by this. But the tire isn't leaking and it doesn't go super deep. There's just chunks missing off of the tread just in this one spot. Like the rest of the tire looks fine, and I checked all the other ones and they all look fine too. This is the only one that has that, so I don't know. I'm gonna stick it on the rear anyway. As long as it still holds air, it should be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna get this tire thrown on the rear of the car and then jack up the front, swap out the front wheels, and then the Civic's pretty much gonna be ready for winter.
Get low when the whistle go.
Alright, so with the Civic done, now I got to work on the Supra because it's still sitting on the driveway and it will be stored in the backyard for winter. Basically what I have to do is remove that side exit exhaust that we installed. So if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and post it up here. But yeah, so basically we just installed this side exit exhaust, but we haven't done any like rust protection or anything on it yet. So I want to remove it for the winter and store it inside. I'll probably end up painting it before it gets too cold out. But also where the holes are coming through the body, we haven't rust protected that either. So I want to get that done at the very least before the snow really starts to fly. So let's get to that next. Alright, now I'm just going to quickly paint the holes just around the edges here. As cool as the burnt look is, I really don't want this to rust, so I'm going to throw some paint on it and that should do the trick. Oh yeah, look at those runs. That's perfect. At this point, as long as it protects it from rust, that's not a big deal. So I'm going to let that dry for now. Once it's dried, I'm probably going to stuff something in the hole just to try and keep the wildlife out of there. But I won't do that until it's dry, so I guess we'll move on to the next project. Alright, so we're in the backyard now. As you can see, the Furious Civic is still parked back here in the canvas shed. So basically I need to move this out of here so we can park the Supra here for the winter. So I'm gonna try getting this thing started. It is pretty cramped in here, and oh, there's spider webs everywhere, so that's fun. Alright, so as you can see, it has no battery in it. So basically I'm going to hook up the battery booster, and hopefully that's enough juice to get this thing started. The booster is hooked up. Let's hope this thing has enough juice to fire it up. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh. Mint. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna see if it stays running, because I want to park it in the same place that the Supra is right now. So now I gotta get the Supra started so I can park it where the Furious Civic used to be. So let's see if this thing fires. Alright, the battery's dead on this one too, so... Oh no. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Let's give it a try. Not even maybe. Alright, I got the Suzuki hooked up now. Hopefully that's enough juice to get this thing to crank. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is like 40 minutes later. I finally got it started. I don't want to take the clutch out yet because it might stall. Alright, let's try this. Okay, it's still going. Alright, she is parked for the winter. So the reason I didn't put the Furious Civic in the garage yet is because I still need to put the winter wheels on the Suzuki. So I'm going to quickly drive it in here, get that swap done. Alright, it's actually starting to warm up outside a little bit, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to get to work on changing the wheels on the Suzuki now, so basically just going to jack it up and put the winters on, and then store the summers for winter. So for summertime, these are the wheels that I run on the Suzuki. They are basically a TE37 rep, but they're made by VK Racing, which is a Japanese company. I haven't been able to find these things online like ever. We actually bought them secondhand, and we've had them on 4 of our vehicles now, but they hold up pretty good. I'm happy with them. They look pretty good on the Suzuki too. They're a 17-inch by 7, and the tires that I'm running are Cooper Xeon. So they're basically for looks on this car. This is not a performance car by any means, but these tires would not do very well in the winter time. So I got these bad boys from Walmart quite a while ago, actually, when I used to run the tire and lube shop there. And these wheels are from a Hyundai Tiburon, so they actually fit pretty good. So let's get these installed. Alright, the Suzuki's got its winter tires put on, wheels are torqued, and the tire pressure is good, so I'm gonna back it out and drive the Furious Civic in here quickly, and I'll get right back to you. And just like that, it's cold out and it's getting dark out, it's cloudy, looks like it might snow again, so I gotta hurry up before the weather changes again. So I got one more car that I gotta move, and that's the Prelude that we have in the backyard. So what I want to do is get this thing started. The battery's dead on this one too, so if we can get it boosted, basically drive it just around the house onto the driveway, and that way if it does snow, at least the car is still accessible, because over the winter I do want to pull the motor on it and probably pull a bunch of other parts off of it. And if it gets snowed under in this spot, I'll never get it out of here. So let's do that now. Alright, let's see if this poor booster has any juice left. Oh yeah, 4 bars. Come on. Yeah. Not bad. Oh, we still got half a tank of gas. Road trip. Alright, the Prelude is now on the driveway. So that's basically where it's going to live for the winter. I want to get a tarp yet so I can cover it just to protect it from the elements. But yeah, I guess we'll get some work done on the Furious Civic yet in a little bit. And then whenever I decide to pull the motor on the Prelude, because I'd like to get working on that as soon as possible, to be honest. At least it's accessible, it's on the driveway, so if it does snow, I can just snow blow around it. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for getting everything prepped for the winter. The winter means that we're going to be able to take care of some pretty fun projects, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you like, give us a comment, share the video if you don't mind, and we'll see you next time.